You know, say the man himself, Dr. Dayton, Campbell. People, if you watch him Instagram, the man up all day from morning. The man up all day from morning. Me just look for the man Instagram. Yo, the man a work. Me say the man a work, the man a work. Hey, all I come with them, uno nobody let down market G and Dayton Campbell. Hey, them a work. Hey, if you never know them a work here, man. Judith, what go on? Remember me tell you, no joke about it. But remember to smash up the light button and keep the energy high. And make sure so you stay prayed up. You understand? Because I know the labor right them a come out with a whole heap of lion. You know them a come with be image and gimmicks and you know some a come with be a style. Easy.
Coverage, Chairman. Comrades on the platform, comrades in the audience, comrades on the live, greetings. I want to say, Comrade Slush, I like the energy and the vibes that I see in the division. It's a good look. It seems like South Manchester is on its way back into the column of the People's National Party.
Me not tell you no. Different energy.
Peter Bunting. You know, Comrade Bunting is somebody that I have tremendous respect for. And I'm encouraging the people of South Manchester to throw your full weight behind Comrade Bunting. Because we need him back in the parliament as a representative of the people. And a few of the Labourites are afraid. Because the things that they have done, they know that when he is there as the Minister of National Security, the next term that they will get is a prison term, and so they are afraid of him. So comrades, greetings and respect. You know, Comrade Bunting started a little argument a while ago about the Prime Minister and national security and the figures. But I saw where the Prime Minister said that he and his government must get credit for the reduction in murders. I said to myself, let us examine the statement. If it is that when murders go down, the Prime Minister and the government must get credit for it, then when murders go up, it means that the Prime Minister and the government must get blamed for it. How could it be that this government is trying to convince us of how good they are with controlling murders? And when we did an examination of the numbers, Andrew Holness, not Norman Manley, not Buster Manty, not Hugh Shearer, not Donald Sangster, not Edward Siaga, not P.J. Pattison, not Portia Simpson Miller, not Bruce Golding, but Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister that the most Jamaicans have died under his watch whilst he has been Prime Minister. And then he gets up to say, then still I come with this argument, say you can't sleep with window and door open. I mean, I say, the man I really take that something of a joke. But anyways, going into what I come here to talk about. When I was growing up, you know, Comrade Mitchell, I don't know if you used to run up and down a sports day. When I was growing up, and we had sports day, we used to say, greenhouse in the garden, hiding, 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 greenhouse in the garden, hiding, hiding from red house. In from Red House, Green House, we're in from Red House, Green House, we're in from Red House, Green House, we're in from Red House, Green House, where are you? Green.
Why glitch a while ago, people? Glitch a while ago. My father, Banya.
My father. 4 years ago, in COVID, they called an election. When the election was not due, when nobody was asking for an election, they called an election and they triggered community spread. Now that everybody asking for the election, they want to come now to come tell us about December. Call the election now because we are tired of the labor rights.
Help.
In South Manchester, they can't even decide for who Peter Bunting must give a flagging to. So every minute they must fight about who is candidate. Send he, she, or the whole lady. Any one of them, I go get a meeting.
Why rough? rough.
4 years ago, them hype up themselves, win 49 seats and behave as if a labor right alone in Jamaica. We went out there and together we did the work and we put in the work, and everywhere you go in Jamaica right now, all fruits ripe, not no green again, because the people said time come. They want this to be an election about lies. They want it to be an election where they try to dumb down the population. They don't want you to make informed decisions. So they are coming with all manner of lies. And you know it don't take nothing for we step to them, but we're not going to make them draw way down that road. We are coming to you with proposals that will make your lives better. We don't have a loose argument with labor, right? We are coming with proposals to make your lives better. In Jamaica, we have 300,000 persons who identify as farmers. I mean, know some of them in this division. 300,000 persons identified as farmers. It is the largest employer of labor. Not the government, not tourism, not BPO, not mining and bauxite. It is farming. That is the largest employer of labor. We have a government that does not believe in the local farmers. They are not trying to do anything to benefit the local farmers of this country. And as a result, what they have done is that when they went into government, we were importing 834 million US dollar worth of food into Jamaica.
Embarrassing.
They have almost doubled that money. In the last 9 years, they've almost doubled the amount of money importing food into Jamaica. And leaving our farmers with their produce to rot in the field, where they now get nothing for them hard labor. The next PNP government is going to ensure that we reduce the food importation bill and allow our local farmers to produce the things that we need here in Jamaica. We'll start out with Irish potato and onions. Roger Clark of blessed memory made us 90% self-sufficient in Irish potato in 2014. This government has done nothing to take these items out of the import basket. We have said to them, of that $1.44 billion that we pay to import food into the country, we charge tax on it currently. If you are importing Irish, you have to pay 35% common external tariff. If you are importing onions, you have to spend 35% common and external tariff and another 30% additional stamp duty. We are going to take 2.5% of that. It is not a new tax. We are taking some of what is already being charged, and we are going to put in place a dedicated fund for agriculture. So just like how we have the National Health Fund, or we have the Universal Service Fund, or the Tourism Enhancement Fund, we are going to have the Agriculture Development Fund so we can help the farmers of
Yeah, man, lazy boy, yeah, lazy boy, no more, man. That's why the people got the wrong concern.
No, Saturday, I'm not. Can't do so much one time.
That's
Can't do so much one time, Sassy.
What are we going to do with that money? This is what we're going to do with that money. We are going to ensure that we put some of the money at the PC bank so that the local people can get loans to go there and do their farming. You can get access to funding to go out there and do your farming. We're going to use some of it to put an insurance in place for your crops so that if storm or hurricane come, you don't lose everything, but you can get back something to get on your feet again. We are going to ensure that we put proper storage in the production belts so that when you produce, because let me explain this point. If I plant carrot and it come and I make a money, you see next year, my neighbor to my right and my left a plant carrot. Because that's how people stay. Then say me plant it, me make a money, everybody I go plant carrot the next time. When the carrot come, all of we have carrot one time, so we can't get no money off it. We need to have proper storage in place. Right now in Jamaica, 3 out of every 10 pounds of the items that we produce, we lose it because we don't have storage. The next PNP government is going to put proper storage in place so that when our farmers produce, they can have somewhere to store their items until they can get value for their labor.
grab your lads and come. You know, say, what they pushing at the yard.
Grab your lads and come.
The next thing that we are going to do with that funding, everybody in this room knows, if you're a farmer, that if you go out there and you want to farm, it's hard to get labor. Because the young youth nowadays now are work on a farm. And therefore it is extremely difficult to do the land preparation. And if you link rather, either them don't have a tractor or the tractor not working. So out of that money from the Agricultural Development Fund, we are going to put the necessary heavy duty equipment into the production areas to help our farmers with land preparation so they can go out there and produce to feed the nation. The next thing is that we have some people who want to reap where they did not sow. We call them 2-foot puss. Pray their last name. And what we are going to do is to ensure that we can make funding available to you so you can get some of the equipment that you need to provide the security for your livestock or your produce. Whether you want to buy camera, you want to buy radio frequency identification, RFID, we are going to make that accessible to you. And there's two more things that we'll do. There are two more things that we'll do. One, when we catch the person that stole your thing and we convict them, we are going to put pray their last name under the Proceed of Crime Act, so that when we catch them, we can liquidate anything that they have of value and give back the money to the farmer so they can get on them foot again.
That is a damn good look. Farmer, they suffer too much.
Is that if I plant some breadfruit, I don't write my name for the breadfruit them. So when a man thief me breadfruit and me say, oh, I him thief me breadfruit, them say, prove it's yours. Me can't prove it because my name not upon it. We are going to move what we call the burden of proof from me to the defendant. So he will have to prove where him get the breadfruit from. And if him can't prove where he get it from, then he's guilty as charged.
When I hear this, farmers,
the next thing in agriculture is irrigation. Did you know that in Jamaica we have over 120,000 hectares of arable land, but only 12% of it have irrigation? Only 12% of it. That's just about 16,000 hectares out of the 100 and odd.
That's crazy.
What we are going to do is to ensure that the National Irrigation Development Plan that was developed by the PNP in 1998 to build 51 systems across the country, we're going to put a special company in place to execute on those projects. But we are also going to help our farmers in Grovetown and elsewhere with the construction of ponds and give them pond liners. And we're going back to what Michael Manley was on from in the 70s with micro dams, so we can make water available to our farmers. So they can
to all farmers.
Oh, hold it. The next thing we are going to do is that we're going to have a comprehensive management system in place. And when the leader said it, the Minister of Agriculture jumped up and said, we have one up already. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a management system. Meaning that at all times in the Ministry of Agriculture, we are supposed to know what is under production, how far along it is, when it will come in, and what is the expected yield. So Grovetown can tell us that in the Grovetown division, we have 500 hectares of Irish. We have 100 hectares of onion. We have 200 hectares of dasheen, and we know when it is going to come in. Then we will link the farmers to the final distributors and consumers. So the hotel can come on and see what our farmers have. So the hotel don't have to rely on imported things, because they can see that in Grovetown in South Manchester, the farmers them have 4,000 hectares of Irish, and them going to come in by the 15th of April, and they can make the connection with the farmer, so you have access to that market. We are putting the focus on our local agricultural sector. We have provided, or we have proposed, that every child in school must have a warm, nutritious meal per day. That is important. Every child in school must have a warm, nutritious meal per day. The food to produce that meal, we are going to get it from our local farmers. So this school will have to tell us what they are going to provide, offer to the students for September, October, November, the part of December, the part of January, February. They must tell us what they are going to offer to the students. When they tell us that, we will meet with the farmers in the area to say, seeing that Crosskeys High School is going to need 500 pounds of callaloo per month, we are going to put the farmers out there to produce it so they have a guaranteed market in the school for their produce.
That me a talk about, my general. That me a talk about. What do you me a talk about?
So
that
we don't just want to go in a government because we say labor right are wicked. Labor right are wicked, but we want to go in a government because we want to transform the society. When we made the budget presentation, leading up to the budget presentation, them say, PNP now have no plan. Every day them get up, PNP now have no plan, which couldn't be true.
Who remember?
Then we could have some bright man like Peter Bunting, who get up and go farm company like DB&G and make billions of dollars. Then he sell that and get up again and farm proven and make some more money. You have people like me who come out of poverty and break the chains and got on doctor at 24. Oh, we could have sit down and have no plan when we have Mark Golding, who is possibly the brightest person I've come in contact with. And we don't have plan. We have plan for days. Hold on. So when we drop the plans for them start say, how you go fund it? Then the Minister of Probox. Hold on.
That is funny, honey.
The Minister of Probox jump up. I hear what she said. She said those plans would cause the economy to crash. And why you listen to what me I say now? They say in one breath that this is the best the economy has ever been. Then in the next breath, they say if you implement those plans, it will go crash. Then what kind of economy that? When we went out there and we cost the plans come to $22.6 billion. That represents just 1.5% of the budget. You see how look a bit, TB? Just 1.5% of the budget. The money that they have spent on refurbishing Cornwall Regional Hospital started at $2 billion and it is now at $26 billion. So the overrun for Cornwall Regional Hospital is $24 billion. That is more than what it will cost to fund the plans of the People's National Party.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Labor rights, a fight against it because they are now telling you that the third term will be your term, which means that the first two terms, them take it for themselves, for thief and loot and rob the country.
Talk truth, Dayton. Talk truth, Dayton.
After the next election with a PNP government, it will be your time from day one of the Mark Golding-led administration. What is it that we want to do? Make we spend some time and go through it. I tell you, when I was growing up and I was listening to politics in the community, the PNP people used to full of argument. Them used to say, "Kwe," And Michael Manley build NHT. Go ahead. And Michael Manley make equal pay for women. And labor rights used to just cuss bad word and drink rum. Like what Darrell Vaz do now.
Oh my God. Shots fired.
So you must have argument. So when you buck up with labor rights, you must can give them argument. What is it that we have proposed? Let's start with education. We have said that we'll give the warm meal. So you get that already. Over 262,000 students will benefit from that. Why is that important? Because of what Comrade Bunting said earlier. 55%, 1 in every 2 Jamaican is currently suffering from food insecurity. Them not eat properly. That applies to the students. So it means if you're a caring government, you must do something for that. Because hungry belly can't learn. And the desire of every parent must be for your children to become better than you.
Of course.
That has to be the desire of every parent. The second thing that we have said is that the first child in every family that qualifies to go to university will get a full scholarship from the People's National Party.
Big up Damien Crawford. No joke.
When we said that, the man from down at Portland run up on Twitter and put up that you have $1.5 million for tuition. Not go stop. Not go so. If you know have Pitney University right now, or you know have some family member who know say not go so. It is not $1.5 million unless you study law or medicine and you never get the sponsorship. The other people has pay less than $1 million, way less. When we check, it is on average $600,000. Right? So that's the first part that is wrong.
Lie, man.
But the second part was even worse. Because him say we have 1 million households in Jamaica and he multiply the 1 million by the 1.5. The man said it going to cost $1.5 trillion. We can't go afford it. That's what, you know, seminar said that word because I said last week and then get vexed, you know. And if you're looking at a dictionary of the meaning of word, it was applicable, you know. But them don't like the word. The D-U-N-C word, them don't like it. Yeah, them don't like
you
it.
mean dunce?
But it is actually applicable. But watch this. Here's why it could not be true. Did you know that in primary school and secondary school, all of them in Jamaica, when you add up all of them, is 400,000 students you have? Then if you have 400,000 students from grade 1 to grade 13, how could you have 1 million of them who are going to university the same?
Dunce, them dunce. Dunce.
No,
Dunce.
just think about it. They are literally opposing to the proposals because they do not want the benefit to go to your children.
Big facts.
Darrell Vaz now have to worry about how him Pitney them are going to school. You know? Him now have to worry about that. But we have poor people, Pitney, who we tell say they must go to school, pay attention, stay out of trouble, work hard, leave scamming alone, leave gang alone, leave man business alone, and them do it and go out there and work hard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 C-sex subject, time come figure university, and poverty want tell them so them can't go, not under the watch of the next PNP administration. If you qualify and you are the first in your family, a full scholarship from the People's National Party. And Michael Manley did say free education, same way they will say it couldn't work. Well, them going to go up there for free.
Dark truth.
And there is nothing they can do to stop it from happening. The next thing we are going to do is that we realize that some students can't afford to go to school because they don't have the bus fare. We are putting a right program in place that will assist 20,000 students with 2,500 per week so they can get help with their transportation to go to school and learn and function. And Comrade Bunting, who is a senior member of the party, you know, say it will be starting in South Manchester. Understand what that means? The time when you have to stop a picnic from going to school Tuesday because you don't have no money, that cut out. When you didn't have to send the picnic to school on shift, only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that cut out. They can go every day now because we will help them with the transportation costs. I want to move to housing. You see, when we as politicians are on the road walking, and it happens to every single one of us on this platform, we are walking and somebody says, you must go look for the comrade over there, sir. Them a comrade from Michael Manley days. Them a stalwart in the community. You have to go look for them. And we say, all right, and we go over there. And normally when you go over there, you see a frail comrade who has been through the battle. And them there, you know, look a rocking chair or them lie down on the bed. And you go in there and you say, comrade, how you do? And introduce yourself. And you thank them for them service to the party. And then you take fast and you cock your hand by your kimbo and you go look up. And when you look up, God Almighty, straight in the sky you look. Because of the condition under which they are living. These are persons who have served the party with distinction and them don't live nowhere. And it is part of the reason make them picnic and grand picnic stop vote. Because they say, look how mama and papa run back of politics and look which part them live. Time come now for us to provide proper housing solution to the people of this country.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
One, we're taking back the money that was leaving the National Housing Trust to go into the budget. It is going to stay with the National Housing Trust. From that, we are going to put a fund in place for $1 billion that will ensure that young persons 35 years and under can get a grant, not alone, a grant of $500,000 to go towards paying the deposit so you can purchase a house. We have heard every year a prime minister go to parliament and say the amount you can get from NHT is going to move from 4 million to 4.5, from 7 million to 9 million. Let us work it through. You have what we call supply and demand. When you have a limited amount of something and everybody wants it, want to the price, it go up. When you have whole heap of some want to the price, it goes down. When a government only increase the amount that you can borrow, what they have done is to increase the demand for houses and therefore the prices go up every year out of reach. That's why they're selling a 1-bedroom for 20 million and a 2-bedroom for 40 million. Poor people can't afford that. The next PNP government in our first term in office is going to increase the supply of houses. We are going to build 50,000 starter units under the National Housing Trust so that people can buy a house and then expand it to what you want. And when we do that, we are going to ensure that none of them cost more than $10 million. So you will be able to go out and buy your house for 10 million or less. and the cost of the land. We are going to discount the cost of the land. On average, the land cost is $2.5 to $3 million. We are going to take that out and you will get that free of charge. So immediately as you buy the house, you own some equity in the property.
Call it, Andrew. Call it. At this a part of the APNP plan. Me ready. Call it. Call it.
Immediately. For the persons who don't have no pay stub, like the farmers, you go bush, you grow your ground, you raise your animal, and you have your money a month time. But you don't have no pay stub, so you can't go NHT and provide 3 pay slip to get the loan. We are going to allow you to go in that house and start pay rent. So you see the NHT house and you want it, you can get it, apply and get it and move in and start paying your rent. Once you prove to us that you can pay the rent consistently, we will move it from rent to mortgage and you become the owner of that house in our rent to home policy under the next administration. So we are going to ensure that people can live in dignity. Every constituency is being asked to look for the appropriate piece of land so you can get one of those housing development under the next PNP administration. And it is the same call that is being made to the people of South Manchester. Go on out there, your leaders, and find a suitable piece of land so we can build the housing scheme under the next PNP administration. So comrades, I'm going to stop it right there, sir. Now I'm going to further. But I want to say this to you. The Labour Party, in their strategy, what they are going to do is to come on a weekly basis and tell one bag of lie. When they're done with that, they are going to attack the leader of the party. They are going to come and start up one whole heap of idiot argument. Well, we tell them this. Whether in white, black, blue, purple or yellow, or him we are vote for, and him are going to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Whether they call him Marky G or they call him Marky British, or him we are going to mark the X beside the head when the elections are called. Because we don't care about what a leader is wearing. We care about what him have in him head and what him have in him heart. Because we want a leader that is looking out for the interests of the people of this country, who is here to serve and not to scrape. Somebody that is here with love, honor, integrity and decency. Somebody who don't mix up the guard in a parliament about who.
God, no, this have to come to an end. This have to come to an end.
Then double rich, then triple rich, all of them a millionaire teacher. That's why yesterday have too much big talk. That's why yesterday I shoot them one another, so I shoot them one another. So I go for the Portmore people, them and I demand them to change the country for them state of power. But it not gonna work. It can't work. There is no way Portmore can be a parish.
But I don't want you to run and leave it, you know. Because we want to make a presentation to the guest speaker. And I'm going to ask Comrade Lorraine to present the guest speaker with a token from South Manchester. Boy, what a bossy gift. What a nice gift. We know that I'm going to the Gensec living room, you know. Right over the couch. What a lovely gift from South Manchester. Put your hands together for the team, the campaign team.
No, South Manchester, me not lie. No, South Manchester lead, me not lie be. No, South Manchester lead.
Yeah, man. Well done to South
Manchester lead.
We're going to give out the tablets now.
South Manchester have a good energy. Right now, No, no, them
Thank
they
you very
have
much,
me a
comrades. You have
what
been
for do.
patient and you
That
have been
come move
diligent.
down there,
No, comrades, we did have the remaining 3 tablets to raffle out, and we're going to do it quickly.
So you see what I go on. Let me know what you think about Dr. Dayton Campbell's speech, people. Loudness. Loudness. Me like when I punch them with the plans of my PMP. I'm seeing some local labor coming and chat over there, so you know. And I thought this and I thought that about Finsack 2.0 and beer things. Virgin, them argument they're all outdated, brother. We know the truth now. We know the truth. You understand? And we're not gonna stop talk the truth. For the people them know the truth too. So them little thing they wanna not gonna say, oh, the people them now buy into the PMP. I say, that's cap. I am ready to get one of those houses. Them $10 million house there. Oh gosh, man. Make me show them so me can prove to pay my mortgage every month. Yes. I'm an African bank. Well done, Dr. Dayton Campbell. I tell you, the man eat it everywhere, brother. The man eat it everywhere. Yes, no joke, but people now remember one thing. I'm no so no. Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all coming sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard?